Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Smitha. Welcome to my channel. As you saw from the title, today's makeup tutorial is a one brand tutorial. I just used Wet n Wild Cosmetics to create this entire look. Before we start, I just want to clarify a couple things. All the cosmetics that I've used in this tutorial are from Wet n Wild, including my nail polish, but not necessarily the tools that I've used like the brushes and the beauty sponge. And second, this is not a sponsored video. All the products that you see here were bought by me. Having said that, let's get started. I'm going to start with shaping my brows. To fill it in, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow in Ash Brown. Next, I'm going to be using the Photo Focus Concealer in the shade Light Medium Beige. I'm going to use this to clean up the lower border of my brows as well as on my lids as a primer. You guys know I always set the concealer with some loose powder just so it doesn't crease, but I couldn't find the Wet n Wild loose powder anywhere, although I know that they have it. So I'm just going to wait till this concealer dries before I move on to the eyeshadows. I'll mostly be using these two palettes, Not a Basic Peach palette as well as Stop Playing Safe. I'm going to first take this dark brown shade from the Not a Basic Peach palette. Using a blending brush, I'm going to simply place this at the crease. To soften this up, I'm taking this transition shade from Stop Playing Safe palette. I'm going to place it right on top of the darker shade that we used at the crease using a small fluffy brush. And then I'm going to blend out the two using a larger blending brush. Before I cut the crease, I'm going to deepen the corners and the crease using a darker shade from the Paris Runway palette. You can use any black eyeshadow to do this. I'm going to cut my crease right in the center of the lid using some concealer in the shape of a funnel, and I'm using a flat shader brush from Wet n Wild to do this. I'm also going to diffuse the edges just so the blending becomes easier later on. While this concealer is still tacky, I'm taking this light turquoise shade from Stop Playing Safe palette, and I'm going to apply this right on top of the concealer. In between the turquoise and the brown that I used in the ends, I'm going to use this cobalt shade to kind of have that smooth transition from turquoise to blue to brown. To prime my face, I'm going to be using the Coverall primer. This is pretty tacky, so it'll hold on to the foundation that's coming up next. This foundation is a popular one. This is the Photo Focus foundation in Classic Beige, and I'm going to be applying it with a flat kabuki brush. To cream contour, I'm going to be using the Mega Glow Contour Stick in Call Me Maple. If you can't find this exact shade, you can use any shade that's at least 2 shades deeper than your skin tone. To blend everything out, I'm using a flat kabuki brush. To highlight the high planes, I'm using the Wet n Wild concealer once again, and I'm going to blend everything out with a damp beauty sponge. And now to set my entire face just so my foundation doesn't move, I'm using this pressed powder in the shade Warm Beige. To warm up my face, I'm going to be using this Color Icon bronzer in Ticket to Brazil. Next, I'm trying out an ombre blush. This is the Princess Daiquiris. And you can see why it's ombre, but it applies really smooth, so it goes on really well. And to highlight and add some illumination to the high planes of my face, I'm going to be using the Precious Petals highlighter. Again, of course, from Wet n Wild. Going back to my eye makeup now, first I'm taking this transition shade from the Stop Playing Safe palette, and I'm going to use this throughout my lower lash line to warm it up. Taking this darker brown shade from the Not a Basic Peach palette, I'm going to use this in the corners. Next, I'm going to spritz some setting spray on a definer brush, dip it into the light turquoise shimmer, and I'm going to use it right in the center of my lower lash line. And then I'm taking this cobalt blue to blend the two colors out just so it matches with my lid and it's well balanced. I'm going to use more highlighter to highlight underneath my brows as well as inner corners. To line my waterline, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Perfect Pair Eye Wand in Bronze Toast. For eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Mega Liner in black. You guys know this is one of my favorite liners. And then I'm going to prep my lashes for false lashes by curling it and applying a coat of mascara. I'm using the Mega Length Mascara. I'm going to quickly finish up by applying a pair of falsies and a coat of mascara to my lower lashes. For lipstick, I'm going to be using the Catsuit Matte Liquid Lipstick in Give Me Mocha. Have you guys used Wet n Wild products? Let me know in the comments section below. And I also want to know which ones are your favorites. For me, it's the liquid liner and the liquid lipstick. And finally, I'm using the Photo Focus Mist in Rose. This is a primer and a setting spray. I'm going to be using this to set my makeup. As I mentioned earlier, my nail polish is also from Wet n Wild. This is called Putting On Airs. I got my high bun on, I got my hoop earrings on, and here is the final look. And I think my eye makeup goes pretty darn well with my pullover and of course my nail polish. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you want me to do any other single brand tutorial, let me know that as well in the comment section below. If you enjoyed watching me, don't forget to hit the like button, and for convenience, I'm listing all the products that I used in the description box below. Also listed there are my social media accounts, so make sure you're following me on Instagram as well as Facebook. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon with a brand new tutorial. Bye guys.